Does switching jobs every 2 to 3 years actually lead to a higher net worth? For some, it is the ultimate wealth-building tool. For others, it's a trajectory of instability. The difference lies in a concept we call strategic mobility. Today, we analyze how your career moves impact your lifetime earning power. First, we must distinguish between job hopping and strategic mobility. Simply moving from one company to another isn't a strategy. In fact, it can be a risk. Strategic mobility is the deliberate movement to a role that specifically improves your market value. A move only counts if it improves your pay, your skills, your title, or your overall trajectory. Without these anchors, you aren't building wealth. You're just resetting your tenure. Let's look at the salary base effect. This is where the real compounding happens. A loyal employee might see steady annual raises of 3 to 5%. Over a decade, this is linear growth. But a strategic switcher resets their salary base every few years, often with jumps of 15 to 20%. Because future raises are calculated as a percentage of your current base, the switcher gains a massive compounding advantage. Over a 40-year career, this base effect can result in millions of dollars in additional lifetime earnings. But salary is only one part of the equation. We must also consider your experience capital. Experience capital is the cumulative value of the problems you have solved. Strategic moves allow you to stretch your skills faster than staying in a stagnant role. Each transition should offer a broader scope or a more complex set of challenges. This creates a skill-stretching effect that makes you more valuable to the next employer. If a move doesn't build your market value, it's a horizontal shift that costs you time. There are 5 critical resets you should look for before making a move. First, the compensation reset. Second, the title reset. Does this move elevate your rank in the industry hierarchy? Third, the skill reset. Will you be forced to learn a new, high-demand technical or leadership skill? Fourth, the network reset. Does this put you in a room with higher-level decision makers? And finally, the trajectory reset. Does this move change the ceiling of what you can achieve? If a move hits at least 3 of these 5 resets, it is likely a sound strategic investment. However, mobility is a double-edged sword. When done poorly, it creates random hopping. Short moves or lateral shifts with no clear narrative create doubt in the minds of elite employers. If your resume tells a story of fleeing rather than advancing, you lose your leverage. In a cooling labor market, the first people let go are often the most recent hires. Before you switch, run the stay or leave test. Ask yourself, does it reset my salary base significantly? Does it improve my title and force me to learn high-value skills? Does it move me into a more profitable industry or expand my executive network? Does it make my career story stronger, and does it increase my future value? If the answer to most of these is no, you are better off staying and building tenure. Strategic patience is often just as valuable as strategic mobility. If you found this analytical breakdown helpful, comment mobility below. Watch our next video on the stay versus switch salary calculator to see your specific numbers.